4 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few forwards I would drop this week. The first guy, Joe Ingles of the Utah Jazz. So Joe Ingles so far this season, mediocre year, 8.5 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 0.2 steals a game, 2.3 threes a game, and 46% from the field. So Joe Ingles here, he's been dropped in 5% of fantasy leagues, and he's only had one real big game over the last few weeks here. November 2nd versus the Kings, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3, 25% from the field. November 4th at Atlanta, 19 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 5 threes, 77% from the field. November 6th at Miami, 3 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, and a 3. And November 7th at Orlando, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and a 3, but an awful 22% from the field. So Joe Ingles, we know he's a 3-point specialist for this Jazz team. And we also know he's getting big playing time right now, but he's just not getting the job done. He's not scoring the basketball efficiently, and he's pretty much only giving on his assists and the occasional 3 or 2 over the last couple weeks. So right now, while he's in a slump, he's not a player I would hold on to, and I would drop him this week. The second forward I would drop, Jr. of the Portland Trailblazers. Ance Jr., he was pretty decent last year for the Cleveland Cavaliers and fantasy owners before he went down with a season-ending injury. But this season here for Ance Jr., not much of anything. 4.7 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 50% from the field. So he's not going to shoot threes. He's not going to score the basketball much, especially with guys like Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and Jusuf Nurkic on that roster over there in Portland. So the last few games here for Larry Nance Jr. November 3rd at the Cleveland Cavaliers, he played 20 minutes, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, no points. November 5th, Indiana Pacers, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block, 0% from the field. And November 6th versus the Los Angeles Lakers, 4 points, 4 boards, an assist, a block, and 25% from the field. So right here, he's not scoring the basketball. His field goal percentage is awful for Larry Nance Jr. In my opinion, there's no reason to hold on to him. He don't do one thing great at all, and he's not given many categories really at all as well here. So he don't fit this Portland Trailblazer team that much, and a lot of empty minutes for Larry Nance right now, and he's an easy forward to drop this week. And the third and final forward I would drop Terrence Ross of the Orlando Magic. So Terrence Ross, I thought he was going to be a leader and a big scorer off the bench for this Magic team this season, but so far this year, only 9 points a game, 1.8 rebounds, 1.9 assists, an awful 38% from the field, and only 1.2 threes a game. So right now, Terrence Ross, a lot of empty stat lines, field goal percentage is awful. And Ross, I know he's a player that could get hot at any time, but right now, it hasn't been good for him at all the first month of the season here. So the last few games for Ross, November 3rd versus Boston, 8 points, a rebound, 2 assists, 50% from the field. November 5th versus the Spurs, 2 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, 0% from the field. And November 7th versus the Utah Jazz, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 16% from the field. So he's still playing his 25 to 30 minutes a game, but he's just not getting the job done. It's Terrence Ross here. And right now, there's no reason to hold on to him in fantasy basketball. So that's a few forwards I would drop here in week 4 of the fantasy basketball season.